Okay, so I am going to talk about what helping others. So, whenever I was in treatment, the second treatment center that I was at, I was told about this metaphor, and it's all about helping others. Okay. When it comes to helping others, you cannot do more work than they are doing. Okay? Now, why I bring this up is because I am someone that I will sacrifice, I was someone, let me reframe that one because it's not who I am anymore. If you are not meeting me halfway, then I am not here. Okay? So, I used to be the person that I would overgive and I would try to save people and I would try and help people out and I would do all that I could to help others. Okay? Thing about it is that I was depleting myself by doing way too much for others. So, they told us about this metaphor. Imagine yourself standing on a chair, okay? And this has to do with family members, friends, all of that stuff. You're standing on this chair, and you have people that are below you that are wanting your help, that are holding on to you, that are like holding you down. And you're trying to help them up. You're trying to bring people with you. You're trying to get them to come and see what you can see. But that's the thing. Ooh, hold on. I gotta pause it now because my tea is about to go off on me as confirmation. Okay, back. So, you're on this chair and you're trying to get people to come up to where you're at. You're trying to lift them up to your level. You're trying to get them to see what you can see. You're trying to get them to hear what you can hear. You're trying to get them to believe in what you believe. But the problem with that is, have you ever tried to lift somebody up? If you're standing on this chair and you're trying to pull them up, is it an easy task? No, it's not. It is hard, and at some point, they can pull you down. This is why if they are not actually lifting themselves up, if they are not pulling themselves up, then you have no need to be pulling them up. You are going to waste a lot of energy, and you're going to waste a lot of time, and you're going to waste, the fact that you're trying to help them whenever they don't really want to be helped. If they want to do it themselves, they can do it themselves. There's something that I realized recently that changes the way that I look at helping people. I don't automatically try to help another person anymore, depending on the situation, for a couple of reasons. If somebody wants to ask for my help, I will definitely. I have no problem helping them out, depending on their intentions with it. Because I do scan and gauge where people are standing at with asking for my help. Some people just want to get free help, and you're putting in all this effort to help them out, and they're not putting in as much effort. Got to gauge that one as well. They're just trying to get, information from you, and they're trying to drain your energy, more or less. That's what I'm talking about. But it's one of those things that I also don't. The way that I look at it is that if you automatically go and help someone, sometimes it can be seen as if you don't personally think that they are capable of doing it themselves. It's kind of like with kids as well. If you constantly try and rescue your kids and don't give them the chance to fall down or make mistakes, they're not going to learn. That's how we as people are as well. So if somebody wants to come to me for help and they genuinely want that help and they're going to put in the effort to get there, great. Then I support that wholeheartedly, and we will work together and, have boundaries and all of that stuff on how much I am going to give and how much they're going to also put in, that kind of stuff. But if you're standing up on top of that chair and all you're doing is all the work, you're going to get tired and you're going to give up. That's why if I ever had any of those people, I've had those people holding me down, holding me back, because I was trying to save people that didn't want to be saved. Case in point, for example, is my ex-husband. I spent 13 years with my ex-husband thinking I could save him, thinking that I could help him become a better man. I could somehow stop his drinking and, make him a better person. Which, if I really get right down to it, all I was doing was that I was just trying to save my own mother and my own father, and I was trying to subconsciously, fix those things that I thought I could maybe do, with love and, understanding, and, no, not when it comes to a narcissist. They don't see that. They don't. They will tear you down. They will ruin you if they have the chance. And so I spent 13 years trying to save someone that didn't want to be saved, that didn't think that they had a problem. And so it was a lot of energy that I put into something that I don't regret at all in any way, sort of form. It was a life lesson. I got 3 amazingly wonderful children out of it. And I learned that I was already an independent single mother. I just wasn't single at the time because I was doing it all anyways in my marriage. So I was already learning how to be independent and on my own anyway. So learned lessons. But I just wanted to share this for anybody out there that has been much like me, the bleeding heart of where I feel like I can save everybody. I can save the world. Like that kind of thinking. Yeah, no. That kind of thinking is going to drain you, and it's also a very awful mindset to have, because then you're out. It's okay to help people, don't get me wrong. It is great that you want to help people, but you can't sacrifice yourself in order to help all of these people that don't even want to be helped. Some people are just looking to take advantage of you. Some people are just looking to try and drain your energy. And so it's on you to figure that one out yourself. But also, it's one of those things that you gotta let people sometimes figure things out for themselves. And also, it's good to look out for people, but it's also good to give them a chance to learn. So it's a balance, and you're not gonna always get it right. So don't sit there and stress about it, because sometimes you're and be like, well, I probably should have said something there. I could have said something in there too. Or I could have done this different, but don't sweat it. It's all a learning process. It's all part of the process, right? We're all learning and we're all growing together. So I just wanted to share this for anybody out there that is much like me. And, a way to look at things and to think about things differently. So I love you, and have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day.